It is time for an update. So we have recently had some bad weather where it got really cold one day and it stayed there for like 2 days, and then it got hot again, then it got cool again, then it got hot again. It's warm today, but stuff is still growing, so I'm happy about that. It's having a harder time growing with the weather not being consistently warm, but nevertheless stuff is still growing. So this bed just got planted yesterday. My muscadine grape tree is in there, and or grapevine, and it's doing good. It was bare when I first planted it, and now it's starting to get leaves on it, and it's gonna start vining soon. These little vines, I'm hoping, will wrap themselves around the fence. I went and bought a tomato plant, and I put it in its own little pot, but it's already got some little tomatoes on it. I planted seeds too, but I wanted to get one that was already started, just in case the weather didn't do so good with my seeds, or my seeds didn't do so good with the weather. This bed just got planted yesterday too. My mom planted this, and I think she put spinach in here, but I'm not sure. I showed y'all this when I first planted it, and it was bare, and now I have stuff coming up. That is bush bean, and it's having a hard time. A little bit of frost damage, a little bit of ant damage, but it's came a long way. And there's one right next to it that's just now starting to come. So yeah, the bush beans are starting to come up. That's the eggplant back there that's just now starting to come up. That sage from last year is still doing really good, and I don't really use sage, but I'm gonna try to put it to good use this year. That is the beginning of an okra plant. So last year I had a really big okra plant, and it looked like a small tree, but it started from something like this. So if y'all like okra, y'all can plant something real quick, and by the time we get some really good weather, you'll have a nice okra plant on your hands. But I have other little stuff coming up. I just wanted to show y'all the different stages that it's in, and see what it turns out to be later on. I planted, this is my peach tree, and it is doing so good. Look at the peach. It's peaches all over this thing. Last year I got a couple peaches off of it. Well, I didn't even get to have them. The squirrels ran away with my peaches last year, but it's so many peaches on this thing this year that I'm praying to God I'm able to get some off of it. But all the way up to the top, you can't see it, but it's peaches on it. I call myself, so this little tape is supposed to keep the birds away. They fly up, see their reflection, and then they fly away. I don't know how good it works, but we'll find out. I haven't had any peach nappers just yet, but look at those peaches. They all over the tree. So I'm excited about that. I planted garlic at the base of the tree, and a flower called nasturtium. So that's the nasturtium right there. That's supposed to help fend off some bugs. And that's the garlic. There go another garlic. I planted garlic all around the bottom of the tree. My onion from last year finally went to seed. So I'm just gonna let this dry out, and then I'll collect some of the seeds off of it, but I'll let most of the seeds drop back in here so I can have more onions. But it's still producing, even though it's going. All the dogs in the neighborhood decided to get on Facebook Live with me today. But anyways, if you look at the first video I did, this box was bare, and it's only been about a week and a half, maybe 2, and it's already stuff coming up. These are sugar snap peas, and that's the beginning of corn back there. So, and then in the front row is turnip greens. But that's that box. This box has mint in it. there is peppermint, and I put some spearmint seeds in here. And I planted a seed in here of a habanero pepper, and I'm waiting on it to come up. But it like temperatures to be really, really hot, so it may be a long time before that comes up because it's been cold lately. But there's a tomato plant in there, a tomato seed in this one, and a tomato seed in this one. So they bare right now, but we'll see what happens as the weeks go. This is a squash or either a zucchini. I can't remember which seed I dropped in here, but it's a squash or either a zucchini. This is a purple bell pepper. I bought this one from the store too because I just wanted to get something that was started. This flower is going to turn into the bell pepper. Once the flower fall off, the bell pepper will grow under there. This is where I planted the sunflowers that'll give sunflower seeds and more bush beans. So these back 2 rows are sunflowers, and this front row is bush beans. And I think I sprinkled rosemary in between them, and the rosemary is supposed to be a good companion plant. That's an empty box. We ain't done nothing with that yet. This is more nasturtiums and squash. It's either a zucchini squash or a yellowneck squash. I'm not sure which one I planted, but we'll find out when it comes up. That's a mosquito plant and a strawberry plant in the corner. This box is taking its sweet time to come up. It's a cabbage in the middle, nasturtiums in the corners, and then there's dill throughout the box, and onion, red onion and yellow onion. This box is, I'm so happy about this box. This has the potatoes I did from seed. So this box was bare when I started, and now they're growing up. So it is red potatoes and purple potatoes in here and yellow potatoes. So can't wait to see what we get out of that, but they are already growing up and they're really pretty. I did all black eyed peas back here, and I started those from seed too. So I did, some of them are just now coming up, some of them are already up and they're getting ate up by something. So, and then this has always been my problem area, because the soil right here, I'm doing it right in the ground, and it's clay soil, and I amend it all the time, but the way it rained here and just not having enough nutrients in the ground is taking it a long time to do what it needs to do. But it's cucumbers coming up all in this back row. All of those are cucumbers. This is a muskmelon, but the whole back row is cucumbers all the way up to the front up here. And my strawberries are doing good. My strawberry crates. I added some extra strawberry plants in this one just to fill it out because it was bare, and I moved it over here. But this one I didn't add any. This is all that was planted from last year. It just started to grow back, and I'm starting to get little strawberries on it. This one wasn't getting enough sun. I moved this one over too, so now it's in the sun, so I want to see how good it does. But compared to the one I bought from the store and the one I grew last year, I'm still happy with it, because the leaves are big and they healthy. They're not turning yellow, so it look good. And then I bought a root bottom of a purple grape, and it's got leaves on it and it's climbing up. It got damaged in the cold. I think that was last week. So these are all fresh leaves. All of them had died off, but these are all fresh leaves. And I've got a little mini flower bed, a magnolia bush that's starting to, well, I had a few flowers on it, but the cold, they dropped off in the cold, but I'm starting to get more buds. So I'll show you when that opens up. This is the lemon tree. Got tiny lemons on it that's gonna start out looking like limes first. And the blueberry bush that might be finally getting blueberries. So at first it had pretty white flowers on it. And the flowers dry up and then they die off. And if they were pollinated, they'll do this and start look like they're getting a pregnant little belly, as opposed to like the one next to it is real skinny. So that's when you know it was pollinated and it's growing a blueberry. And that skin will turn from it'll turn from green to like purplish bluish color until it look like a true blueberry. And that's when you know it's ready to harvest. So I got a few on here that were able to get fat bellies. They got pollinated. This one don't look like it got pollinated, but it may have. This one with the flower on it, it may have. So yeah, that is, I'm still working on stuff. They chilling. He still got on the Christmas sweater. And when I take it off of him, he go get it and put it underneath his neck and lay on it until I put it back on him. I got your ear all flipped. Get out of here. Hannah had to get her little surgery done. Oh, hey Shanna. She had to get her surgery done, so she in her hospital gown. Don't judge me. I can put my dogs in whatever I want to. Alright, so that's the update. Out of everything, I'm most happy with the peach tree, my potatoes, and my beans. We'll see what else grows, but excuse my little bags over there. I had bags of like garden stuff, and I just hung them over there. In the dog park, I just took a $1 dollar store basket and stapled it to the side of the house and tied my little baggies right here and put a bag in here. And now when they go to the bathroom in the yard, instead of it just, you know, collecting back here, I come out here every day and I got all my little stuff I need to make it easier to pick up and put in the trash and keep the yard clean. And then David came over here and cut the grass for me, so woohoo. Alright peeps, I'm about to, oh, I think I'm gonna pull up all of this. I think I'm gonna pull all these, cause they don't look so good, cause all this is just hard, this clay, and they having a hard time growing in there. I'm sure the, you know, roots are having a hard time doing anything in here. So I think I'm about to dig up all these cucumber plants and put them somewhere in some good dirt, and then I'm gonna till this up. And then there are places that will mulch trees and give you the mulch for free. So if you are a gardener and you've been looking for a big load of mulch, you better go to Google and find those places that chop trees and do all of that stuff, and they sell the firewood and stuff. But that leftover cuttings, they put that in a big pile, and it's pretty much like a first come first serve kind of deal. They'll give you for free by the truckload. You either have to bring your own truck, and they'll give you, you know, if you live more than 5 miles outside of the radius of where their store is, then you have to bring your own truck. But they'll give you a free truckload of mulch, and you can put it in your whole garden. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm about to get all of this hard stuff out of here and amend this clay soil, because it's no good for anything. If I can't get through here, then water can't get through here. So, and then I'm gonna go get me some mulch, hopefully, if it works out, because I don't have a truck, but I'm finna find a way and go get me some mulch, and hopefully the next time I show y'all this, it'll be looking way better, and I'll be planted these cucumbers back in better soil and give them a better chance, because I want this whole back fence to be full of cucumber vines. Like last year, if you remember, I had cucumber vines all over that fence. But I want this side to be full of cucumber vines. So we'll see what happens. Alright y'all, I will check in later. Bye.